Most training plans don't fail because they're bad. They fail because they just work in ideal life phases. If your training only works when you have unlimited time, energy, and motivation, it's not a system, it's a phase. And in today's video, we are going to speak about exactly that. Simple, non-BS, science-backed system. No matter the time, no matter the age, no matter the fitness level. And I understand you. I run 2 companies, have a little family, and I know how overwhelming training can feel, especially with a hectic life. But I also know the other side. As a former professional athlete, I trained harder than most people ever will. 6 days a week, 20+ hour training weeks, and that worked. But just because at that stage of life, training was my life. Here's what I noticed coaching men outside of sport or age group athletes. Most men don't quit their training program because they're lazy. They quit because the training structure collapses as soon as life gets busy. You probably know this feeling. You're inside a training block, feeling great, and all of a sudden work gets busy, your family needs attention, and all of a sudden your energy drops and you don't understand what's going on. Suddenly, the plan that looked great on paper starts feeling heavy. Heavy, stressful, and maybe impossible to maintain. And over the years, working with athletes and busy professionals, I always came back to the same question. What's the minimum effective dose? Basically, the minimal structure that is still producing results. And that's without demanding your entire life. That's where the 2-5-15 rule came from. I will explain that in a second, but that's exactly where most fitness advice falls apart. Most fitness advice is designed for aggressive phases and not for a really busy or hectic life. And aggressive systems don't age well because they require constant motivation, constant adjustment, and a constant mental grind. So that's not a training problem, that's a design problem. Now let's go back to the 2-5-15 rule. This one is not a training program. I would rather call it a boundary system because it prevents you from doing too little, but more importantly, it prevents you from doing too much. And here's how it works. Train each muscle twice per week. Not because more is better, but because your body adapts best to regular and repeatable signals. So 2 training sessions or 2 signals per week keep the progress moving. And that without turning training into a constant obligation. So while training each muscle twice per week, you want to perform a maximum of 5 hard sessions per muscle group per session. Maximum. Done right and intense enough, that's enough stimulus to grow. Usually beyond that, you are just accumulating fatigue. More sets don't make training systems better. They look fancy, but more sets usually make a training program more fragile. And on top of that, we want to keep the working sets per session somewhere between 10 and 15 sets, 15 maximum. And that usually means 4 to 5 movements, 2 to 5 sets per movement. And that will create a workout that usually lasts somewhere between 45 and 60 minutes. Long enough to create results, short enough to fit a busy life. The reason this works isn't magic. It's because the system stays intact while life doesn't. The system doesn't depend on motivation. It depends on structure. And all that said, you don't need my exact exercises. You just need a sustainable framework. So just grab that rule and then pick simple exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, dips. Put these exercises into this rule and start training. And then track what you did and try to beat it next time, slightly, little by little. And if this video was helpful, guys, I'm Marcus, this is BuiltSimple, and my entire goal with this channel is to simplify fitness for busy men out there. See you in the next video.